Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another World of Warcraft video, and as always, your host Papatello, bringing you the news and coverage, and then as always, we are bringing you some theory crafting, what we do on this channel quite a lot, and we try to talk about stuff that maybe Blizzard will add, maybe Blizzard won't, but at the end of the day, I know what they will take, and that's my $15 a month, for sure. We got some lemon water. We like to drink lemon water, in the mornings, cleanse up the system. We have a little bottle of water, of course, the Hydration Nation, never going around anywhere. The probiotics, the Nature Bounty. Not sure if that's the best brand, but we need our probiotics for the gut health. Overall, just chilling. I'm, killing some time, having a good one. It's a beautiful Friday morning, technically. We're not going to observe it as a Monday. Settle down, lock it in. Much love, amigos, and you guys are working a hard job. Power to you guys, and this is cheers to you guys who are busting your ass out there currently working hard. Much power to you. I hope you get home safe tonight and have a great dinner. And chill out and relax. And a little sips up, ASMR, you know the deal. This is lemon water, good for the gut. Here we go. Yes, indeed. It is a hot swizzle tea made by the Dwarves of Ironforge, I see. They've crafted this through the lava pits, melded and molded over and over again, then stewed down at the correct temperatures and added 2 lemons. Somewhere from Dunmoreau. Very interesting. I don't even know where they got these lemons. Put them on high alert. Let's do that again. Editor, I want you to find those dwarves. Hire those guys. This is a pretty damn good fucking, lemon water. I like it. I like it. We're good friends. You're on high alert. You settle the fuck down. Don't you dare smile again. I said what I said. Switch it to the scene right now. Don't get me tight right now. Listen, I want to thank you guys for coming to the stream last night. That was great. I love all you guys. We actually had fucking, more subs than I've ever seen in my life. This is insane. I don't ask for any of this, so it's fucking, it's nutty. It's crazy times. However, truly grateful. But let's get into the video, because this is what I want to talk about today. We're theory crafting, by the way. This is a theory craft video. This is a Paladin mainly video, so if you want to just stick around, I know you're probably not a Paladin, no big deal, but I'm going to say this overall. I think it's completely healthy to have these conversations, to talk about, talents and, rune ideas and stuff like that for every single class and spec in the game, because at the end of the day, we all have our specs, and we all know that when we go through our talent tree, there are specific talents we aim for, and there's specific talents that we just avoid because they're completely useless or just not really good right now, or have no purpose for the current content at the time per the phase, right? So I went over a couple things today that I want to talk about and go over, and maybe think about what we can do to spice up the paladin class overall, because obviously right now the main thing with paladins is, going, if you're a damage dealer, you're going deep ret, you're trying to get your vengeance procs, and you are basically playing off, Art of War, Exorcism, Chief of Light, right? We all know that, okay? And we know, obviously, the Shockforge stuff is a big deal. For Holy Paladin tanking, too, it's really juicy, really nice if you're either deep ret tanking or deep holy tanking. If you're a hybrid, nothing wrong with that. You're a mix between prot and then or prot and ret, or prot and holy, however you go about it, no big deal. But I think it's really important we talk about the individual talents that I feel like that are not as used right now, and maybe can use a rune or two, or just a rune or some type of passive blessing, like a book. You know how, for example, Blessing of Wisdom and Blessing of Might, we are able to put that from 5 to 10 minutes now, which is a really nice quality of life update. But realistically, I would have loved that if that was 30 minutes, because 10 minutes is nice. I ain't gonna complain. But I would say, if it was just 30 minutes where we just hit it once and it is what it is, it's done, we're good to go, then I don't need to click it every 10 minutes. But I am happy. I'm settled with that. 10 minutes is fine. But I like that idea, though. The fact that you gave a passive blessing where it's not a rune or anything special. It's just a book you get from grinding in a dungeon. And if it drops, it drops. And that's awesome. And I like that. I dig that. That doesn't bother me as much. And I actually want to talk about that. So this is the portion of this VOD where we're going to talk about these books. I really think it's cool that they have these books in Phase 2. More than anything that I've liked so far. To be honest, I kind of like that even more than the runes itself. Like, the runes, like, going from, like, getting your epic helm, that quest too, doing the Epic Helm quest was like, listen, I get, it's a discovery, we have to find stuff, but getting one beacon to another and another, and then imagine you're making a couple more alts and you're going for your epic pieces of that, you're going from another to another. It's a journey, and I'm not going to hate on it. At the end of the day, if people like it, you like it. No disrespect. But as far as like the runes this time around, going from one place to another, and then the elite riders, I thought some of it was cool, but I liked the more of doing the runes in phase 1 than I did in phase 2 for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it was just the way phase 1 felt very much more fresh than phase 2 as of currently. However, I think it would be cool if we get more of these books. I like this stuff. These books, these passive things that drop that increase the quality of life of things. For example, like a mage with arcane intellect, a priest with the fortitude, and like a paladin with the blessings. I think this is really cool stuff, and I would like to see maybe a little bit more of these things. And for classes that are slacking in specific talent areas, or specific spell timers, or abilities that maybe can use a little bit more juice and get a little bit more cream for the crop. You know what I'm saying? A little Italian stallion right there. However, for example, right? Judgment of Light. Now, Judgment of Light, and by the way, before I even go further into this, I know there's probably some expert paladins out there. You probably have expert knowledge more than me. I'm a student. I'm always learning. I'm not a super old head where I know every single thing about the meta of a paladin. I've been playing a paladin for probably a couple months now, and especially when I was doing it in private servers. So I would say maybe more to a year, and I'm learning as much as I can, a lot. So yes, I am gaining as much knowledge in a very fast time, but your boy is eager to learn. Your boy is eager to, get all this information and give it out to you guys when I'm learning in the Paladin Discords, when I used to do in hardcore private servers. Like, I am learning a lot. So don't smite me because your boy's not on top of everything, but I'm trying. However, Judgment of Light, I feel like it's good, but in the current state right now, it's like meh, And I think from reading a lot of threads and a lot of stuff from what I was seeing, that later on people still prefer Blessing of Wisdom, not Blessing of Wisdom, the Judgment of Wisdom. Sorry, the Judgment of Wisdom overall compared to Judgment of Light. Now, I know that you get some health back after, dealing basically some melee attacks made against you. You have a chance to cause the attacker to be healed, yeah, for a certain amount. But I think it would really be cool if, the Judgment armor set, for example, which, eventually that you would get from, BWL and, Ragnaros and stuff like that in Nixie's Lair. I saw something within the set pieces that I obviously think they're going to rework a lot of these set pieces overall. A lot of these set pieces are going to be changed and, different attributes and stats. But the one thing I like, which if they do keep, is the part 5 of the set. So part 3 is cool. Increase the radiance of Paladin auras by 10, basically giving an aura mostly to the raid. Number 8 inflicts 60 to 65 additional holy damage of the target's Paladin's Judgment. I like that too. That property can be changed. All these properties can be changed. But number 5 in particular, if they were to add on to this, increase damage and healing done by magical spells and effects up to 47. Now, if there was something that can be done where this almost makes it a tie in between how Judgment of Light is affected based off of that type of effect in the set bonus, it would almost make Judgment of Light a little bit more worth to use. Now, I'm not saying Judgment of Light is probably not really, decent in I would say, I guess, 60 rating or not. But I really think overall, Judgment of Wisdom has a little bit more bang of its buck, to get basically mana back and retaining your mana. Therefore, you get other people to get their mana back. Therefore, they get to get, more heals, more, attacks with the casters, more, for yourself as a paladin. Obviously, we're based on mana. I just think some type of rune or some type of passive book, not even a rune, a passive book, to increase the benefits of Judgment of Light would be very cool later on. We're talking later on. I'm not saying even next phase if they don't even want to do this, but maybe end game possibly. I think it would be very interesting to see a little bit more juice come out of this. It's just my personal opinion. You don't need to agree or disagree. It's up to you guys if you want to in the comments below. But let me know your thoughts on that, because I think it would just be some type of interesting update for you know, deep into the Holy Paladin, and I would like it. I would like to see more people go through it because honestly, overall, if you're going down the Holy Paladin tree, you're trying to get Holy Power, right? And you're just getting this so you can get into Divine Favor or get into Illumination and go down into Holy Shock. But it's really pointless. It's just a way for you to just dive deep into, you know, Holy Shock so you can get that last talent. So that's just, you know, something I want to see maybe they work with, or maybe they do something with a passive book. I think it'd be really nice. And overall, I think a lot of classes deserve these like passive style books to increase certain talents that are either kind of pointless. Maybe they can now have more flexibility with their talent point acquisition and then go from there. I think it would be cool. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. And, you know, it'd be dope to see what they do with the Judgment armor set overall, because it's one of the most iconic looking sets in the game. Me personally, I never had it. Like I said, I was originally it was an OG. I did Warrior through Classic Era. I was a Warrior. I've always went for the Warrior pieces, but I always was jealous of just seeing the Paladins look so fucking cool. And this time around, you know, I'm a Paladin, you know, and I love it. I think it's really awesome, and I would love to get this set one day. That's the dream. That's the vision. Now Redoubt. Now, if we go into Redoubt, right? You know, Redoubt is really good. Last night, actually, oh, dude, I should show you guys that clip. I actually, you know what? Maybe I'll get you that clip right now. We'll watch it together. This shit was insane. Hold on. We're going to do this live right now as we speak. I'm going to go to my Discord, and I'm going to pull this up for you. So, I did a deep bomb reckoning thing last night, dude, in PvP. Oh, my gosh. Let's watch it. Let's watch it together.
Oh, yeah, I'm catching up to you, bro.
Pause my music.
I'm catching up to you. One day. One day, brother.
Let's move the camera right here.
Yeah, now I'm here, bitch. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Dude.
Oh! Oh!
So,
did you see the crit? Did you see the crit?
So what I think what happened right there is that I think the Warrior actually hit me pretty hard, and I was focusing on the Boomkin.
Hey, brother.
And I got procced.
Yeah,
now
the Warrior.
Oh! Either the did the Warrior hit me or maybe the Boomkin hit me?
I'm catching up to you. One day.
I gotta see this.
One day, brother.
So yeah, I'm getting smacked.
Yeah, now I'm here, bitch.
And then maybe I have. Oh yeah, I had the. Okay. All right. I was completely procced into, like I said, deep reckoning. You know, the reckoning bomb as we call it. And it was something else, dude. It was completely juicy. And I think what happened was I built up those, you know, basically those stacks, and then I just laid it upon D, and I just smacked that Boomkin. It was absolutely nutty. However, what I want to talk about with Redoubt, though, as we continue with the video, because I just needed to show you guys that it was pretty sick stuff from the Twitch last night. Overall, though, I think it would be cool for, yet again, another passive book. Because right now, from what I'm hearing from a lot of Paladins, they are not going deep prot. And this is just the truth. I think right now, deep prot is like kind of meh. Editor, switch to the full cam. Don't zoom in on the beard right now. Lock it in. Yeah, deep prot is kind of meh. You know, it's more of a safe build. You can go hybrid prot and you're chilling. But most paladins right now, from what I'm seeing, and yes, I'm using logs in this scenario. Just talking the truth, because I'm just giving you, you know, the information of what I'm seeing. It's out there, so I got to give you it. They're going deep ret or they're going deep holy. And I think most of them are doing deep rep because of, you know, vengeance, obviously, you know. You need that vengeance. You get that conviction. Those proc raids based off of exorcism, it's just so powerful, especially for tanking. But holy is very good for holding multiple targets overall because of consecration, you know, and especially with the amount of holy threat that you're doing. It's just really good. It's a really good spec as well. But deep prot is more of the safe alternative, you know, if you're not too reliant on your healers. So I think if they were to make Redoubt, what I'm trying to get at here is if they were to do Redoubt instead of only 30% of, you know, increase your chance to block attacks by 30% after being victim of a critical strike. I think if they were to have a passive book where it was like a paladin thing where you had to really, you know, go through different libraries, maybe the cathedral again, maybe go to different places of the world. And yet again, I know this is you running around a lot, but if it's just for a passive book, I don't mind. It's not a rune, you know, it's not a rune, it's just a passive book. It'd be cool if you can learn about, you know, getting your Redoubt to 40% or 50%. Nothing higher than that, though. Nothing higher that's game breaking. 40% minimum, 50% at its best. That's just my thought for tanking. So for my tanks, if you have tank comments, and you know about tanking as a paladin, please leave your comments down below. I want to hear your thoughts on that because I think it would just be something cool. A quality of life update, nothing too crazy, something that helps improve the talents and maybe gives an interest to people wanting to play more deep prot, because deep prot is a fun spec. I mean, you get kings. I know there's hunters with their versions of kings, but you get, shield specialization, you get either toughness or anticipation if you want to go down there, your hit chance, Garden's Favor, which is also good with Blessing of Freedom, Reckoning, beautiful one-hand spec, and then Holy Shield and Blessing of Sanctuary, which is juicy. Real juicy. We're to the point I'm about to hawk a loogie at the editor. He better settle down and lock it the fuck in. Slurps up. Gotta get that lemon water in. You know the deal. However, Hydration Nation, always with the Poland Spring. Give a little swish of that. And, it's like a little chaser at an afternoon party. Settle down before, not that type of video. Locking in. However, another thing I want to talk about. Improved lay on hands. I love lay on hands. I've always been an advocate for paladins, for, the more paladins that you have in a raid, the more juicier the raid is, because, paladins offer extreme utility with the multiple different types of blessings, spell pushback, and like the concentration, or what I'm talking about, and the fact that you can give blessing of might, kings, wisdom, different types of auras. Overall, paladins bring a lot of utility for off healing, for lay on hands, for bubbling, etc. Bubble hearth, steal piece of loot, dip, you know the deal. And I like it though. I like the paladins' overall utility. Now, I think what would be cool is if once again, another book style quest or something, where instead of improved laying on hands only being, let's see, if we go down the tree, I believe, well, let's reset this, reset that. If we go down 5 in righteousness, I think it's 20 minutes, right? So every 40 minutes you would get your lay on hands back rather than an hour. If you read a book and go through a series of, maybe this could be a tougher style quest, which I don't mind if it's a little bit tougher, especially for something like lay on hands, it would go down to 30 minutes. And now every 30 minutes you get your lay on hands back, because that's a long cooldown. It's a very long cooldown. Once you lose it, that's it. And it kind of reminds me, for my warriors, actually let me know something, because I might have forgot about this. For my warriors out there, is it recklessness that is every 30 minutes? Because I can look this up right now. Is it recklessness? It's like, yeah, here it is, here it is, here it is. 30-minute cooldown right here. It's recklessness, right? And this was like, especially in open world, this is what made you smack, bro. You didn't give a fuck about if you're versing anybody with fear, shadow priests, or warlocks. Recklessness, oh my lord, it's the juice, but you take more damage, right? But still juicy. You're gonna be critting. Oh, warriors are gonna be disgusting 150, dude. This is gonna be nuts. But yeah, what I'm getting at is that this right here has a 30-minute cooldown. It'd be really cool for an item or for a talent such as improved lay on hands, which is mainly for utility overall. 30 minutes, now you get your lay on hands back every 30 minutes, right? Rather than having to wait a whole 40 minutes overall, which I don't mind 40 minutes. I think it's great if you have more paladins in the raid, that you don't need to stress, right? But I think it would just be something that's a nice addition, a nice addition to, especially to the point where if there's a raid, come end game when they're longer raids and they're harder to do, especially, if you're carrying certain people, or not everybody knows the raid, it's the first time is around, and having the improved lay on hands for an emergency situation, whether you have 1 or 2 paladins and then you have it at 30 to 20, I just think it's a nice quality update. Let me know your comments below, for my people that are spec'd into holy, especially with improved lay on hands, if you're using that, and give me your thoughts about that. I'm not going in too far into like Unyielding Faith or any of like the PvP style possible talents. We're just leaving those alone because I think they're fine as it is. If they were to do something for that, it'd be interesting, but I don't really want to dip into that realm of things. I want to stay within the things that I kind of want to see improvements on, just quality updates, and then maybe more innovative rune ideas rather than retaking stuff from other expansions and stuff like that. So that's the dream, right? And I think that's most people's dream. Now, for my final request, we're going to talk about my Rets. We got to talk about my Rets because at the end of the day, that's what we play. We're a Ret Paladin. It's, all there is to it, and we're locking it the fuck in as usual. So, settle down, put the seatbelt in, and pucker those lips up, big boy. Settle down. Not that type of video. You ain't getting no kiss. Mwah, back up. I'll kiss you. You know the deal. Now, for Sanctity Aura, I think the way, because I'm hearing a lot of people say, now I'm over here rapping. What the fuck am I doing? Hold on, let me get a little sip. Something's going on. Oh my gosh, that barked back at me. What's going on with these lemons? Yo, Dwarves of Iron. Yo, Dumb settle down. Anyways, so I think I'm hearing people say that Paladins possibly might fall off in terms of damage, when we get to the next couple phases, especially with a lot of these other classes that are pumping, and doing their thing. Just class-wise specifics, like, like mages are going crazy. You're seeing warlocks that are doing like fucking crazy damage with just, Searing Pain and Chaos Bolt hitting like 5k crits. It's fucking nuts. And it's nuts how much damage they're doing. It is truly fucking crazy stuff. Still, melee hunters are killing it, and give them some love to the Shadow Priest. They're still doing a lot of good damage too. There's a lot of classes overall that are doing fucking good damage, guys. It's all over there. Even right now, I'm not even gonna hate on warriors and rogues. Really good warriors and rogues, they know what they're doing. If you look at the damage meters, they're pumping right now too. They're doing a good job. However, I think a good book style passive to increase the value of the Ret Paladin, especially within SOD, since this is a seasonal server, right? We are just testing things out. This is not, permanent, forever, but this is just, seasonal, right? And that's where a lot of people get it twisted. We're like, oh, they don't do that. Keep things classic. I get it. We're in a classic era version of the game, but it's seasonal content. It's meant for testing and trying shit out and breaking it. So Blizzard, in my opinion, Agron, go wild, bro. Not just for Paladins, but for everything. Go wild. See what happens. Throw stuff at the wall and see if it sticks, Who cares? We're trying stuff out. The community will give you feedback. You'll see the forum posts. Trust me, brother. Trust me, brother, man. Trust me, brother, man. I know what I'm talking about here. However, locking in Agron, I don't know. Keep that guy on check. However, Sanctity Aura, what I'm trying to get at is that I think it would be cool if Sanctity Aura went from 10%, hear me out, to 15%. 15%. A 5% increase. 5, Mr. Worldwide, number 5. Can I get a 5, sir? 15%. I think that's fine. If you want to get crazy, maybe 20. That's just saying, maybe 20. My Rets, you can let me know in the comments below. Maybe 20. But that's all I'm asking. Maybe 5% now and 20 for later. Who knows? I'll slide you a 20. I'm already paying you 15 right now for a WoW sub. So how about 15? How about 15? Now, I'm just thinking about it, because that would help with the more of the holy damage overall and extend the Ret Paladin's damage to stay within that middle ground. Like I say in my videos, I never want the Paladin, I don't want us to be at the fucking cream of the top, where we're just the #1 DPS of all classes across all leaderboards. I want us to be right there in the center where we can hang on, represent, and show that we're doing good damage and we have a spot earned in the raid, just like all classes deserve to have a good spot earned in the raid. I think all classes should be made viable. So that's just my 10 cents on everything and how I feel overall about what we should be doing with these classes. Thank you, editor. I appreciate it. Good job on that switch right there, by the way. That's how I feel, and I want to know your comments below. I saw one guy say in the, what did he say in one of my videos? He was like, dude, I don't know how you do so much content every day for only 6 bosses. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm a content machine, brother. I know what to talk about. I know what to do. I lock it the fuck in. It's the mentality, bro. When you have this type of mentality, you wake up stiffed up, bricked up all day long. In Minecraft, YouTube, family friendly. You got everything to talk about, bro. There's lots to talk about. It's life. We're having a good time. We're chilling. Clashing cups. And, just... I don't even know what to say after that. I'm locked in. You got me twisted. So, someone put that dude I just talked about on high alert right now. He's pissing me off. Let me slip up. Put him on the binoculars. However, boys and girls, thank you for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep on keeping on as always, and much love from Papatello. You have a good day, all right? It's only a Friday. We're getting to a Friday even quicker. We're not even considering it a Monday. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
If you wanna dance, if you wanna do it, baby, love me tonight.